Hello everyone. Before we get started with this video, I just want to wish you a happy Halloween month. If you enjoy my channel and you enjoy this video, please like and share. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if you don't, instead of getting a treat,
you're gonna get a trick.
Any job that I get, I always make sure it's during the daytime, and I don't never ever get a job working at night, because whenever I get off, it's still dark. And after what happened to me, I did this for a couple of weeks, still doing the same work, but it was too traumatic for me, and I was too paranoid. And so I switched over to working a day job instead of working at night. I don't even like walking the streets at night because I'm that frightened. About 8 months ago, I was leaving my job as an overnight stalker at a little local store. As I was walking, I didn't really pay mind to anything. I don't have a car, and where I work at, the buses don't run in that particular area. As I was walking home, that's when I heard someone laughing. I turned around and I saw a man in a trench coat. What made this look odd, because I remember exactly, it was the summer. It was warm and it was humid. It was really sticky outside. Even with me wearing shorts and a comfortable t-shirt, I was still sweating and it was humid. But this guy wearing a trench coat, it just screamed something was off. I paid him no mind and I kept walking. And as I was walking, I heard the man's footsteps speed up behind me. I tried to think that maybe he was just going in the same direction I was going at, so I continued to walk. And then I decided to do a little detour. Even though it wasn't my area where I usually go to get home, I just done a little detour, figuring that I'll just go this route just to be on the safe side. And when I done the detour, my heart felt like it was going to explode, and I felt physically sick. The man was walking behind me. I tried not to jump to any conclusions yet. I kept walking, and I saw another area to turn to. I made a right turn into a neighborhood, and the man was still following me. But this time, he was coming up closer. When I turned around for a brief amount of moment, I saw the man's face. He had a wide, unnatural smile, and his eyes were bloodshot, staring at me like some creature that wasn't from this planet. He turned his head sideways, sticking his tongue out, and then he proceeded to power walk in my direction. The way he power walked looked all wrong. He kept on twitching as he was coming towards me. He looked like a creature trying to mimic a human being walking. I proceeded to run, and then he matched my speed, running in my direction. I kept running, yelling, telling the guy to back off, but he wouldn't stop. And then he laughed as he was running. I couldn't even go home because I didn't want this man knowing where I lived. And I was starting to run out of breath. My legs were burning. It felt like they were going to fall off. But the man kept on chasing me. He was laughing, getting amusement out of torturing me. I yelled across the street, hoping that anyone would hear me, pleading for help. But no one came out. I figured that I had to take matters into my own hands. So I grabbed a taser gun that I carried with me in my backpack as I was running. And I grabbed it and I pointed it towards the man. The man stopped, tilted his head sideways as I stopped. And that's when I said to him, "Look, I don't know what you own, but leave me the fuck alone. I'm gonna taser you with this if you don't back off now." The man tilted his head again, looking at me like I was speaking a different language. And then he laughed, pointed at me. And then he proceeded to run in my direction again. This time I didn't hesitate. I let the man come towards me, and then I fired up my taser and hit him with it. He immediately fell down to the ground, screaming in pain. But as quickly as he fell to the ground, he got right back up and laughed. And then he said something that was very chilling.
"Hey, taser me again. I love the pain. Come on. Do it again. I love the pain. Do it some more."
I was even more freaked out than I was before. This man was a freak, and he was insane. He proceeded to walk towards me slowly, having his hands out, begging me to taser him again. Then the guy tried to take the taser out of my hands. I threw it to the ground and I ran some more until I found a police station, and I made a trip inside and told the officers about what was happening to me. And just as I suspected, the man did not follow me at all. Matter of fact, once I got done reporting to the police about what happened, I looked and I didn't see that man nowhere in sight. The officers offered to drive me home, and I accepted their offer. Once I got home, I sat down, and finally everything that happened to me began to take its weight on me. That was one of the most scariest experiences I've ever had. Had I not stepped into the police station, this man would have proceeded to keep following me and chasing me, and there's no telling what he would have done to me. Since that happened, I stopped working overnights and got a day job. And since then, I have not ran into that man. I hope to keep it that way.